друзья, итак, мы продолжаем с вами изучать английский язык по вашему учебнику Excel. Откройте, пожалуйста, Students Book на странице 104, 9 модуль. Итак, сегодня на занятии мы с вами будем учиться работать с текстом, узнаем некоторые фразовые глаголы, попробуем сделать аудирование и постараемся сказать несколько фраз и написать по теме. Okay, the first exercise in the vocabulary, look at the bar graph, use the phrases. The majority of, most of, half of, some of, a third of, a few of, very few to make sentences. Итак, у вас дан график и слова, которые могут вам помочь говорить о каком-то графике, какой-то диаграмме. Okay, for example, the majority of year 12 students at Blackhill High School have a mobile phone. Окей, итак, давайте посмотрим слова, которые могут вам помочь при изучении данного раздела.
Addiction, balance, be glued to something, behavior, boot camp, constantly, demand, affect, have an effect, move up, multitasking, passion, psychological help, quick thinking, rule, screenager, survey. Tools of communication, treatment, virtual world, worry.
Exercise 2. What about you? Which of the gadgets have you got? How often do you use them? Use the phrases to make sentences. Итак, а как насчет тебя? Какие гаджеты имеешь ты? Как часто ты ими пользуешься, используя фразы для того, чтобы построить предложение? Окей. Watch TV, surf the net, do research for homework, go on social networking sites, play games, chat online, listen to music, text friends. Я думаю, что данные фразы вам все понятны. Итак, давайте посмотрим на предложение. I always surf the net in the evenings. I often surf the net in the evenings. I sometimes surf the net in the evenings. I never surf the net in the evenings. Okay, and next exercise, reading. Read the title of the text. Do you think it means teenagers have eye problems from reading too much? Teenagers spend too much time looking at their TV, computer, mobile phone screens. Okay, square-eyed teens. Okay, listen and read the text. Прочтите, пожалуйста, и послушайте аудиозапись, она вам поможет при чтении труднопроизносимых слов.
Square-eyed teens. Are you a screenager? Are you constantly glued to the TV, texting your friends, chatting online, or perhaps trying to move up another level in one of your favourite video games? Well, if you are in the majority. You are another quick-thinking, multitasking teenager, like millions of others who demand to be constantly in touch with their friends. Most teenagers do almost everything electronically. They watch digital TV, listen to music on a digital MP3 player, and communicate electronically with friends through email, instant messaging, or by mobile phone. Teenagers even do most of their reading online now. When they need help with their homework, it's often the internet that they turn to. Gadgets are, in fact, teenagers' primary tools of communication, information, and entertainment. According to a recent survey, more than half of teenagers prefer to spend most of their time in their bedroom, because that is where their favourite gadgets are. Experts from all over the world worry that teenagers' addiction to technology is having an effect both on their health and on their behaviour. In some countries, teenagers are getting help. In Britain, for example, there is a clinic that helps young people whose passion for all things electronic is having a negative effect on their lives. In China and Korea, there are even boot camps where children receive psychological help and treatment. There, young people have to do non-gadget related activities. It's probable that these types of camps will become common in other countries in the future. Learning to keep a balance between the real and the virtual world will help the square-eyed generation understand that gadgets and technology are useful and fun, but they should not let them rule their lives.
Окей, и я предлагаю вам посмотреть видео, чтобы вы лучше поняли, о чем говорится в тексте.
Square-eyed teens. Can you imagine life without electronic devices? Are you constantly glued to the TV? Do you spend hours texting your friends and chatting online? Are you always trying to move up another level in your favorite video game? Perhaps you are a screenager and you don't even know it. A screenager is a teenager or young person who spends a lot of time in front of a screen. Is this you? Well, if it is, then you belong to the majority. You are another quick-thinking, multitasking teenager, like millions of others. You demand to be constantly in touch with your friends. Most teenagers do almost everything electronically. They watch digital TV and listen to music on a digital MP3 player. They communicate electronically with friends through email, instant messaging, or by mobile phone. Teenagers even do most of their reading online now. When they need help with their homework, it is often the internet that they turn to. Gadgets are, in fact, teenagers' primary tools of communication, information, and entertainment. How do we know this? According to a recent survey, more than half of teenagers spend most of their time in their bedroom. This is because they can find all their favorite gadgets there. This has worried a lot of experts from all over the world. They believe that teenagers' addiction to technology is having an effect on their health and behavior. In some countries, teenagers are getting help. In Britain, for example, there is a clinic that helps screenagers control their use of technology. All the young people who go to this clinic have a passion for all things electronic, but this is having a negative effect on their lives. Other countries have taken similar steps. In China and Korea, there are boot camps where children receive psychological help and treatment. They are encouraged to do non-gadget related activities. It's possible that these types of camps will become common in other countries in the future. So what do these developments show us? It is very important to learn how to keep a balance between the real and the virtual world. Teenagers need to understand that gadgets and technology are useful and fun. But they should not let them rule their lives. How many hours do you spend online every day? Do you think it is important to spend time without electronic devices? Why?
Окей. Надеюсь, данный текст вам поможет, данное видео поможет вам понять, о чем говорится в тексте проще и быстрее. Окей. Итак, мы продолжаем с вами выполнять упражнение. And next exercise, now answer the questions. Ответьте теперь, пожалуйста, на вопросы. How do you define someone as a screenager? Как вы можете определить человека, который является зависимым от гаджетов? Okay, as screenager, are you constantly glued to the TV, texting your friends, chatting online, or perhaps trying to move up another level in one of your favorite video games? Number 2. How does a teenager use their gadgets? Как тинейджеры, подростки используют их гаджеты? Most teenagers do almost everything electronically. They watch digital TV, listen to music on a digital MP3 player, and communicate electronically with friends through email, instant messaging, or by a mobile phone. Teenagers even do most of their reading online now. Next. Why might boot camps become common in the future? Почему лагеря в реальности становятся востребованным в будущем? Experts from all over the world worry that teenagers' addiction to technology is having an effect both on their health and on their behavior. Boot camps where children receive psychological help and treatment. It's probable that these types of camps will become common in other countries in the future. Okay, and next exercise. Are you a screenager or not? Discuss giving reasons. Итак, являетесь ли вы человеком, который зависим от гаджетов? Exercise 5. Итак, вам нужно заполнить пропуски данными словами. Выполните, пожалуйста, самостоятельно данное упражнение, потом сверитесь со мной. Окей, мы же продолжаем. You need to have a password to be able to log on to this computer. I can't wait to get home to upload the photographs I took to my computer. If you don't unplug your memory stick correctly, you might damage it. I can't connect to the internet at the moment. There seems to be a problem. Remember to log out and switch off the computer when you have finished. You shouldn't download music or films from the internet illegally. The technical will come to install the new software on the computer later. Итак, я думаю, что перевод данных предложений вам не нужен. Тут все предельно ясно и понятно, слова мы поставили верно. Окей, phrasal verbs. Итак, фразовый глагол come. Итак, почему он фраза? Потому что если к нему присоединить какой-либо предлог, то он будет менять значение. Итак, come about, happen, случаться. Come across, meet by chance, встречаться от случая к случаю. Come down with, становиться больным, заболевать. Come down to, be reduced to. Come out, publish, опубликованный, публичный, общественный. Come off, carry out, выходить, опубликовываться, обновляться. Come up to, approach, как обновляться. Come up with, think of, думать о чем-то. Итак, давайте более подробно рассмотрим в предложениях. Итак, exercise 6. Jane came across an old friend on a social networking site the other day. Charlie got soaked in the rain and came down with a nasty cold later. The new video games console is coming out next week. The software technical came up with a great idea to fix my old laptop. Okay, let's check. And next exercise, phrasal verbs come. Now write sentences using the other option. Итак, вам нужно теперь написать предложение, но с другим значением, используя этот же фразовый глагол. Next exercise prepositions. Так нужно вам использовать предлоги в данном упражнении. Так, the first sentence. Modern technology allows us to communicate with people within seconds. A lot of teenagers are hooked on their gadgets. Jack is always glued to the TV and never does anything. He doesn't participate in online games. She is in touch with her friends almost all time. Okay, let's check. Все получилось верно. And next exercise, listening. Listen and match the speakers from 1 to 5 to the statements. There is one extra statement. Итак, вам нужно соединить цифры и под цифрами у вас имена, под буквами у вас предложение. Итак, этот человек что-то там делает или о чем-то он говорит. Слушаем, пожалуйста, внимательно аудирование, аудиозапись.
One, Rupert.
I couldn't believe it, really. I left my hometown after college, and I've lived abroad ever since. Of course, I lost contact with all my own schoolmates. You know, I've been so busy working, and time goes by so quickly, that I never found the time to go back. Then one day, one of my colleagues suggested I sign up for one of these social networking sites. I never imagined the rest. Suddenly, I was getting messages from these guys I went to school with 30 years ago. I couldn't believe they even remembered me, not to mention search for me online.
2. Judith. In the beginning, I found it really hard to do. It seemed like my fingers were huge or something, and it really annoyed me. After a while, though, I kind of got the hang of it, and I came to really enjoy it, because it allowed me to be in constant touch with my friends. Before I knew it, I was sending up to 100 or more a day, mostly gossip, to be honest. And in the end, it was like I just had to share everything that went through my mind. I used to wake up in the middle of the night wanting to text people. People started getting annoyed with me, so I had to do something. I guess I understood that I needed help.
3. Jenna. Well, I have to admit that I spend a few hours a day using one of my many gadgets. During the day, I mostly use my smartphone. It's got everything: music, video, internet, email, and even GPS. I use the GPS a lot when I'm out. When I get home, I usually switch on my laptop to listen to music, but I'm not always glued to the screen. I check my emails every now and again, and I might chat online for a while or watch some music videos. So I suppose you could say I am a screenager if you like, but for me, that's pretty normal for my age.
4. Samuel.
I'm not going to lie, I have chatted in the past, but only to see what it was all about. When I'm online, I'm usually surfing, you know, just checking out sites and reading stuff. I like reading up on history and I love reading travel blogs, but I'm definitely not keen on all those gossip or networking sites. If I need to get in touch with a friend, I usually send them a text. Yeah, I'd say I'm more of a text person, and even then, only when I need to.
5. Hannah.
I don't understand why everyone is making such a fuss. I mean, everyone should choose what they want to do in their own free time, and I don't see where the problem is if I don't like going out. Besides, lots of kids like to spend time in their bedroom. And it's not like I'm doing anything wrong. I mean, I do my homework and I don't have any problems at school. So where's the problem, even if I spend all night online? I wish people would just leave me alone. I don't need them telling me how I should live my life.
Окей. Итак, если вы не смогли услышать с первого раза информацию, которую вам необходимо для того, чтобы сделать упражнение по аудированию, можете послушать еще раз. Для этого верните видео назад. Окей, мы же продолжаем, и я сейчас вам скажу, как нужно было бы сделать данное упражнение. The first is D, number 2 is C, number 3 is F, number 4 is E, and 5 is B. A is extra statement. Let's check. Все получилось верно. And next exercise. Are your classmates screenagers? Find out. Do a survey in pairs. Collect information. Prepare a bar chart like the one on the right presented to the class. Итак, можно было бы сделать диаграмму, опросив своих одноклассников, являются ли они людьми, которые зависят от интернета. Скринейджеры, так называется. Итак, вы можете сделать это самостоятельно. Окей. Did you know people sent 247 billion emails every day? Итак, на этой ноте мы заканчиваем наш урок. Надеюсь, данный урок был вам полезен. Thank you very much. Goodbye.